asked me if I've noticed my body
Well, yeah,
consciously coding,
yeah,
and I did, and it was, and then it's as if you reach a certain point of understanding and knowing, and it just opens you up to the next one, which is cool, and which is what we've been doing
yeah.
because you and I always joke, oh my God, I get it. And it's like,
Do you?
you get it to here. Now look.
Yeah, so true.
But I also love how we are having the same conversations from different angles and perspectives because we talked about in right relationship and the
Yeah,
harmonious relationships. And
yeah.
it's back to that simplicity of a concept of a knowing that everything exists in pure harmony always. Like, really, we can't comprehend that. Even I'd like to acknowledge, even if I think I can comprehend it, I'm always, oh, yeah, like I'm analyzing all the data that's all around me. And then, immediately coming into harmony with it. No, that would imply you're still analyzing incompatible data. You,
Good point.
it's such a
Yes.
further stretch of, and then maybe the step is, well, you are, but you're not consciously doing it. But then really the truth, the purity of whatever that is it's all fluid. There's no, I don't, all these words, there is no
Yeah.
data floating around. There is no programming. You're just literally experiencing all these amazing harmonious things. And what experience are you in this moment? Oh my gosh, I'm a mermaid. And then you're like, I'm in planet whatever. And I don't
Yeah.
know. And then it
Well,
keeps going and going and going.
and that makes perfect sense because, like you said, when we said, okay, if you've got to consciously code something, you just do it, right? And then, like you said, then all of a sudden oh, I should be doing this. Oh no, just do it now, right? And how interesting is that you go back days later? Oh, I should. Now, is that how you were taught to? It has to be like, okay, you code something, and then after the fact, like whatever, check on it a couple days later to make sure, or a couple hours.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
and, and actually it was said, and eventually your body just does it
Okay.
unknowingly.
Yeah.
That once like, and I guess this is with everything and how the brain works. You're taught a technique 1 through 10, and then you realize, oh, I can skip 5 of the steps. I get this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny. It reminds me of my daughter, Common Core math or whatever, show your steps. And she was like, that's not how my brain gets there. And she'd get it wrong. And I'd be like, but the answer's right. Like it's such, there's so many
Yes.
parallels, like her and math in high school, because the teachers wanted her to show her the work the way they wanted her to
Yes.
do it.
Yep.
She was like, that's not how my brain works. That's not, I have the right answer. Like, let me show you how I got there. Maybe
Yes.
it's so interesting how the brains are already doing it. Um,
And they've
yeah.
been for everything they've been doing it because we will do one thing and then all of a sudden we notice what's doing it. And that's when you stop, you forget. Oh, I forgot. When did I stop doing that? Well, because the system said it realized, oh no, we're just doing it automatically. And that's how
Yes.
everything's been, which goes back to who and what we really are, right? That whole thing of not thinking we're not that.
And the infrastructure piece that we did a little flip
Yeah.
on, because look, let's just use school. It's such a great one. And you can use any of the systems, whether it's medical or, financial, or it's all the same thing. All of the infrastructure that was put in place that blocks that true knowing, like, no, everything just is and does until we're told, you have to do step 1 through 10 or it doesn't happen. And then we start to believe it. And then if you try and say, I don't need step 1 through 10, I can do it in 5, you're told, no, you're not. Now you're in trouble. Now you fail.
Yes,
Isn't it
yes. And what
interesting?
difference does it make? Yeah, if you get the right answer. Okay. Well, and I'm sure the way she's learned math, the way you learned math, just like me and my kid, it wasn't the same.
Totally different.
Yeah. And I'm like, why? Why do they have to keep changing up things to have us keep questioning ourselves? And not that they're doing that consciously, but I'm saying in general, everything keeps changing to keep us like off of our feet to say, oh, wait a minute, I got to do it this, I got to, so it keeps us in that whole program.
Yes. Even in the name of evolution, I joke all the
Mhm.
time. We've evolved so much. Technology is so amazing, but everything's so broken. Like I'm going to just lay it out, even in the energy field. And I love that now people are talking about this openly. Well, that's your journey and you have to work through all your traumas. And, it's this lengthy list of, well, you're not going to be free unless you 1 through 100. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying there's a potential experiential route that you go on, but it's not definitive as even that story was.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. How people can do one thing. Oh, I went to this person and this completely cleared whatever, my trauma from this, my trauma from that. Well, how then, somebody goes someplace else and it's, oh, this trauma came up for me and this did it. But it's you're how they're saying it is you're buying into it. Somebody has said something. And just like, and I'm going to use you as an example, just because we just did that, right? Somebody's clearing something. It comes for you don't buy into it. It doesn't have to be anything. Oh, this is something from childbirth. Oh, okay. Now you let it go. But we're so programmed to, oh my God, that's there. Oh my God, how do I know? And then something else comes up to go, and we buy into that whole thing again. Oh my God, I thought I let this go. Oh, I didn't let it go. What else do I have to do? And then we start jumping down that rabbit trail, right? Where the rabbit hole, rather.
Mm-hmm.
You jump down the rabbit trail. The rabbit trail is better than the hole. I don't want to go down to that hole. Let's just go on the little trail. But right,
Trail. I like a trail.
I like the trail. I think that's
I
good.
love that because it's just like you're on a journey. Don't get stuck in the rabbit holes. Just be on the journey. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. See ya.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
easier said than done, but
Exactly. Exactly. But it can be because just don't buy into it. Or the minute it comes to the surface, we're aware of it. And they say the awareness is what allows you to let it go or allows you to hang on to it. Right? You
and
can
I
see
will
that in the
say
whole.
I've been going through that, some stuff coming up and it is you're as soon as you're like, oh, that's how I felt 20 years ago when this happened. And you're like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
then it's gone. And what I love, because when we were talking last time, you even said, I couldn't even remember the story I was saying.
Exactly. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's a big thing for people to recognize. Like you're saying something, doing something, and, oh my God, I couldn't even remember. Yeah, because you completely let it go. Completely. So next time you feel something that you think, because the mind is going to say, oh, well, yeah, let's tie this to this. So next time you think that this is what it is, just let it go because it's probably something completely different. But our mind says, oh, wait, this has to be tied to this trauma because I remember this feeling. Right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Which again, same story, breaking down the infrastructure, let it,
Yes.
this stuff. I mean, you can see it, how good we are at assigning meaning and I keep using the word structure because it keeps it solid, which we don't
Yes.
want. It's not like it's so
Mm-mm.
fluid. Um,
Yeah.
that's my takeaway from today. Like letting that all that infrastructure dissolve.
Yes. And we do that best by just being in that flow, by letting the bodies be back in exactly how you
Mhm.
described it earlier with that, like here it is, here's where we are. And I've personally, I've noticed a lot of people going back into the flow. They're doing things that they normally would not do that is so odd. And I don't know that they realize it.